Good morning. Welcome to a fabulous Friday. Let's start our day with learnings. And of course, before that, our manifestation and dreams coming true. So let's go for it. Yes. I'm a winner in this game of life. How wonderful. Let's change the leg and let's do it once more. Yes. I'm a winner in this game of life. And so it is. How wonderful. Let's have a volunteer for the day. Let's start with the Ikigai. So we've already done radio ties to like a brief introduction, I've sent some video. We've also talked about yoga, Surya Namaskar being sun salutation being one of the most important. And today we'll talk about Tai Chi. So these are just forms of exercises being introduced to us. Whatever we wish to, that's what we'll just adopt in our life. It's very simply, that's what we are all into learning something new and into just being there. All right. Anybody wishes to read? Gentle movements, longer life, the chapter on Tai Chi today. So, yes. Karishma, would you want to read? Thank you, my dear.
Tai Chi, also known as Tai Chi Chuan
Chuan.
or Tai Chi Quan.
Tai Chi
Tai,
Chuan.
Tai Chi Quan. Tai Chi is a Chinese martial art that can be traced back hundreds of years to Buddhism and Confucianism. It is very popular in Japan too. According to Chinese tradition, it was created by the Taoist master and martial arts practitioner Zhang Zhenfeng, Sanfeng, though it was Yang Luchan who in the 19th century brought the form to the rest of the world. Tai Chi was originally a Neijia or internal martial art, meaning its goal was personal growth. Focused on self defense, it teaches those who practice it to defeat their adversaries by using the least amount of force possible and by relying on agility. Tai Chi, which was also seen as a means of healing body and mind, would go on to be used more frequently to foster health and inner peace. To encourage its citizens to be more active, the Chinese government promoted it as an exercise and it lost its original connection to martial arts, becoming instead a source of health and well being accessible to all.
So very important to understand how Tai Chi started and how it's been growing. So very simple, Tai Chi is not tough at all. It's just very beautiful. It'll teach us. Now it'll even teaches us mind games on how to defeat our own adversaries, which are spoiling our mindset. It's very, very amazing because even there's a spiritual connection in Tai Chi. Of course, most of it is more like defense. So let's just go and discover this world. You'll get inner peace. Your health will improve. The thing about anything is sustenance and integrity. If you're committed towards something, if something is your beckoning call, then you and I can definitely make a difference because it's all about that. Otherwise, we can just read it as a morning chapter, not even practice, not even know what it is all about. And the purpose is lost. Why we're doing one exercise form a day is just because we are exposing ourselves to a new form and giving ourselves time to learn it. So, of course, people who are very keen find so much more online and they can come up with jewels. But just depends upon how much we are hungry or we are wanting to learn. Now, there are various styles of Tai Chi. The way we had Tai Chi, we had yoga styles. So, Tai Chi also has many schools and many styles. Let's understand them.
There are different schools and styles of Tai Chi. The following are the best known. Chen style alternates between slow movements and explosive ones. Yang style, the most widespread of the forms, characterized by slow, fluid movements. Wu style utilizes small, slow, deliberate movements. Hao style, centered on internal movements with almost microscopic external movements, one of the least practiced forms of Tai Chi even in China. Despite the differences, these styles all have the same objective: to control movement through stillness, to overcome force through finesse, to move second and arrive first, to know yourself and your opponent.
So, because it's defense mechanism mostly, that's why you're supposed to move first, and you're supposed to, know your opponent very, very well. It's all about simple fluid styles. The way in India, Hatha Yoga and even overseas is most famous. Similarly, in Tai Chi, house style is very, very famous, and it's been conquering, though there are so many other styles. So let's now talk about the 10 basic principles of Tai Chi.
According to Master Yang Cheng Fu, the correct practice of Tai Chi follows 10 basic principles. 1. Elevate the crown of your head and focus all your energy there. 2. Tighten your chest and expand your back to tighten your lower body. 3. Relax your waist and let it guide your body. 4. Learn to differentiate between heaviness and lightness, knowing how your weight is distributed. 5. Relax the shoulders to allow free movement of the arms and promote the flow of energy. 6. Value the agility of the mind over the strength of the body. 7. Unify the upper and lower body so they act in concert. 8. Unify the internal and the external to synchronize mind, body, and breath. 9. Do not break the flow of your movement. Maintain fluidity and harmony. 10. Look for stillness in movement. An active body leads to a calm mind.
So now Tai Chi is so beautiful. It'll tell you to harness your energy, your mental energy over your body. Now, mentally, if I know I can pick up the 20-kilo block, I can. It's all about the mind. Mentally, if I know I can go on a 20-day long water fast, I know I can. So this is what Tai Chi works on. That is the reason why you find stillness, why you find calm, why you find peace. And in here, the best part is you're allowing your body to tell you what is good, what is not good, which part of your body should move, how your hand should move, because you have energy pran flowing your body. And they talk very, very beautifully about that. So chi is energy, right? And that's what they're talking about. Now you don't break the flow of chi. Chi is all ever flowing in a body. We all know that, right? Energy is forever flowing. Now here they will make you value it step by step and how your body automatically starts flowing in it once you start listening. Again, we come back to the very fact of listening. Once you're a master listener, whether it's from your mind, body, or soul, you will be able to live your life so richly only by practicing how to listen. And that's one of the key things to even in Tai Chi. Listen to your body, let it flow, and let it just flow and Of course, breath is very important part of Tai Chi, just the way it's very important part of yoga also. So your breath is helping you elevate yourself to a much higher harmonious level. So how do you want to do it? Completely depends upon you. There's one more part of this where you're imitating clouds. You're like trying to imitate the clouds because that's where they're known to give you a lot of energy. And now they are like, their hand waves and they're just beautiful. Let's talk about that. Let's hear that. Yes, please.
One of the best known movements in Tai Chi consists of following the form of clouds in an exercise called wave hands like clouds. Here are the steps. 1. Extend your arms in front of you with your palms down. 2. Turn your palms to face in as though you were hugging a tree trunk. 3. Open your arms out to the side. 4. Bring the left arm up and center and the right arm down and center. 5. Trace the shape of a ball in front of your body. 6. Turn your left palm toward your face. 7. Shift your weight to your left foot and pivot from your hip toward that side, while your eyes follow the movement of your hand. 8. Bring your left hand to your waist and your right hand in front of your face. 9. Shift your weight to your right foot. Pivot towards your right, looking at your raised right hand the entire time. 11. Repeat this movement fluidly, shifting your weight from one foot to the other as you reposition your hands. 12. Stretch your arms out in front of you again and bring them down slowly, returning to your initial position.
So very important again in this to flow. The diagram is made, we will never understand like this. I mean, people who want can, but of course today a video will come and it'll make it more clearer. So at least try it. Sometimes some form exercise strikes you and you can find a lot of teachers who teach you, especially Qigong that we're going to talk about tomorrow. A lot of people are teaching it and it's very beautiful. So actually everything is beautiful. Depends upon what we want to harness, which energy are we flowing in. People who swear by yoga, and you don't even need any place. You can just do it wherever, whichever place you are in. All you need is your body area. However long your body is, that's what you need in especially Surya Namaskars. So lots of things are enabling us into a better lifestyle. These are not just for your physical body upkeep, but also for your spiritual growth. So if you're really keen to follow, you can learn a lot more about them. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Karishma. Tomorrow we'll read about Qigong, and today we'll just move on to our next chapter. And if possible, I'd like to know, even chat box, how are your dreams coming along? Are they coming true? Are your manifestations working? Even if it's small little things, if they're coming true, you need to keep thanking your manifestation. Remember, the attitude of gratitude is the most important. And if we're not into that, we're going to be staying away from our own dreams. So very important for all of us to understand that we are now in a high energy zone. With two-thirds of the course being over, we've come to a tangent where all of us can manifest and make our dreams come true. So if you're doing that, nothing like it. And I'm happy to hear a lot of testimonials. Like I also had a dream long back that I will become an independent member of YPO and EO, and I did want to become. And yesterday it was a proud moment for me, when I was just two women out of 34 members, the charter members of EO Noida. It just felt nice that your dreams come true. You're seeing something and you're kind of inspiring people, and it's just so beautiful. Life becomes so simple. As Adniji keeps saying, all you have to do is ask, believe, and receive. So dreams are coming true if you're really shiddat se lage hue agar aap every morning, if you're visualizing, if you're seeing it, everything is possible just because you want to make it possible. Now, if you don't think it's possible, if you don't deserve it, you'll never get it. So first thing is we have to fall in love with ourselves. And for that, I all strongly recommend, if you still haven't done the mirror work, please do it. Nothing like falling in love with yourself, the way you are, with all your flaws, with all your perfections or imperfections. That is when you know that you can deserve, and you deserve the very best. So it's very beautiful to get yourself aligned with your thing and come to a point where all of you can reach your places. Of course, manifestations help in the full moon, new moon, and this time on 8/8 is a very beautiful new moon manifestation. It's a very powerful one. We're entering the lion portal, and like the lion, we have energy and a lot it will happen. So we'll probably plan exclusive meditation on the 8th. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so dreams are coming true, and I'm glad that a lot of you are working on them and you're seeing them coming true. And for the others who are still sleeping and who are not dreaming big, if you're content in where you are, absolutely okay. But if you do have dreams, it's high time you focus on them. And I always say this, and it's been said by a lot of spiritual masters, more than spiritual manifestation masters, until your dreams are written on paper, they do not come true. They're all in the mind. So you have to write them down, break them up as to what you want to do towards achieving that goal. Make yourself 5-year goals, 10-year goals, 1-year goal, 1-month goals. Break them up, and then so if you see you have a big goal, say I'm just going to again bounce back to weight. You have a big goal of 30 kilos to achieve. Now, writing 30 by itself will become too much. But if you break it down to 4 kilos a month, in the next 8 months, you can do it if you're diligent about it. So again, I say, if you have dreams, please go manifest them. Please work on them. And sirf mindful working se kuch nahi hota. You have to even plan your karma, your acts. What are you interested in? What will you do to inch closer to that? So please keep working on yourself because it's all wonderful. And of course, with the power of now, be always mindful. It's all about now. So yes, they're two contradictory things. But if you believe in the power of now, that okay, now I'm not wasting, I'm investing this in the future, and I am doing so, please go for it. Don't let it disturb you at all. So today we are on the last paragraph of this page, page number 53. I'm not getting any answer.
I am not getting any answer because it is impossible to have a problem when your attention is fully in the now. A situation that needs to be either dealt with or accepted. Yes. Why make it into a problem? Why make anything into a problem? Isn't life challenging enough as it is? What do you need problems for? The mind unconsciously loves problems because they give you an identity of sorts.
So one quick thing, reflection on this. Please tell yourselves that my life is so smooth. It's super smooth. It just flows beautifully and I flow with it. Because even the so-called problems are all man-made, us-made. If like Hindi mein they say rai ka pahad bana diya. That's what the human mind does. Why? Because it needs something to latch on to. And that's the beauty about the power of now, that if the moment is so complete by itself, you don't even need to latch on to anything. Because there are no problems in the now. The problems are always in the future or in the past. So again, start living in the now and start telling yourselves beautiful affirmations like I'm whole and complete. Life flows for me beautifully. And whatever I want, whatever I desire comes to me so easily, so effortlessly. Start using such beautiful words and just see where you will build up. So if you have a dream of making your business autopilot or taking it to say 1,000 crores or whatever your thing is, or acquiring a job which is better than what you're doing right now, becoming an entrepreneur, or maybe whatever works, please start dreaming, but also start telling yourself that my life is super amazing. I won't even use the words challenge free or actually effortless, because you are putting the word challenge or effort in that. Just say I sail so smoothly. It's such an easy life. And that's when it starts, the subconscious mind starts taking in that beautiful message of yours again and again and again. But as I say, your consistency is very important. If you keep breaking the harmony again and again and again, you're back to the square one. So even in your meditations or wherever, if you've even missed one day, you're back to day one. That's what happens in Kriya meditation also. If you missed one, gone, start afresh. So yes, please, rather than keep starting afresh, make one step difference every single day. By the end of this, you would have made 1-to-1 steps, at least by the end of your journey of 1-to-1 days. So just get that clear. If you're missing out your blessings, again, you're starting from day number 1. So please be committed, please have integrity, and please just go for it. And let's talk about the problems, so-called problems.
This is normal. And it is insane. Problem means that you are dwelling on a situation mentally without there being a true intention or possibility of taking action now. and that you are unconsciously making it a part of your sense of self. You become so overwhelmed by your life situation that you lose your sense of life, of being, or you are carrying in your mind the insane burden of 100 things that you will or may have to do in the future instead of focusing your attention on the one thing that you can do now.
So again, if we're living in a world of problems, we are just going to be spoiling our now right now, because that's where the focus shifts. And now that problem is so larger than life that all your attention is on that. And then what will happen? Now, when I'm focusing on my problem, what's happening? Can someone tell me in the chat box? Right now, I'm thinking about a problem which is going to come up. It hasn't come up, but I can see it coming. I, this seer, can see this problem. And now I'm so overwhelmed by this life situation. I'm focusing on it every single time. Yes, it increases. Absolutely. They will come again and again. They will increase. And the more we think about them, the more they'll grow, attract more, 100%. So what are we doing? We are taking the problems in our mind, in a fertile mind, which is full of such beautiful scope and possibilities, and you're filling it with clutter and kachra. And now we're living with that huge burden. Oh, this will happen, that will happen, that will happen. Why think so much? Why not just manifest, surrender, and let the universe unfold? Why not? Why can't it be so simple? Why do we have to keep working on it day in, day out, day in, day out, especially in problems? You want to work day in, day out on your manifestations? Go for it. But everyday surrender. For me, I just simply believe in going in a new moon, manifesting them, writing down my desires, putting them below my mattress, let them manifest for the next 15 days, morning, evening, I think about them. And that's it. And then you surrender. And next 15 days, clear chit, nothing. Because that's a waiting period. So you don't create problems. You don't create pain. Then what are you creating? Happiness. You're truly choosing to live a happy life because you've made a simple decision. And no matter what happens, I'm going to be happy. My life is flowing. I surrender to the universe and everything is great. And I create absolute wealth for myself in terms of abundance from all realms because I am the creator. The minute I realize that I am the creator, whatever I'm thinking of is my creation. And I stopped this blame game. I stopped the passing the buck game. I take ownership of it. That, okay, if I have this problem in my business, it's because I haven't been doing this. Or if I have this problem in my health, I haven't been sincere enough. Wherever, whatever problems I have. So if I realize that I'm the master creator, then you all of a sudden there's awareness, there's consciousness. Oh, I'm doing it. And who am I? I'm the soul who had come to this body for a purpose, but me, the conscious mind, which is not truly there, it's just a illusion. But that conscious mind is not choosing something in line of my soul's purpose. Now, all of us are meeting in life for some reason. There must be a reason why you and I have connected. Otherwise, we were happy in our own worlds. But just because we wanted some awareness, just because we wanted to grow every day, so we connected, and that's what we're creating every day. Magics and miracles by talking about it. That okay, I know I don't have to. So, minute what's happening is there's autocorrection of thoughts happening. Is that happening with all of you? The minute you like being humans, we will have problems. It's not like they will not be there. But does our focus shift immediately? Oh, I'm focusing on this. Oh, I got to be aware. No, I'm going to create and I'm going to live in the present. And I'm going to make a very simple, beautiful choice. And I'm going to create my life the way I want. Immediately, that shift happens into many of us. And to some of us, we are still stuck where we are. And then no magics happen. So again, the choice is always yours. Stop blaming people. Stop it. Absolutely stop it. Create your life the way you desire. If people are blaming you for your attitude, if people are saying this is not how you have to be, it's because you are attracting that. And you're not even understanding that. So you're not living in the moment. You're just staying in a make illusion world where you think everyone's out to get you. If that's your belief, that's what's going to happen. So please be careful of what you're creating. Let's read the next paragraph.
When you create a problem, you create pain. All it takes is a simple choice, a simple decision. No matter what happens, I will create no more pain for myself. I will create no more problems. Although it is a simple choice, it is also very radical. You won't make that choice unless you are truly fed up with suffering, unless you have had unless you have truly had enough. And you won't be able to go through with it unless you access the power of the now. If you create no more pain for yourself, then you create no more pain for others. You also no longer contaminate the beautiful earth, your inner space, and the collective human psyche with the negativity of problem making.
So again, the very coveted shift happens in us. The minute we start making a simple choice of living in the now, when we give now a lot of credit, that is when the shift happens. And many a times this happens because people have suffered from knocks and shocks of life and they've just like, it's been overwhelming. Bas yahan tak ho gaya, I can't take it anymore. And that's when the switch happens because, now you can't live life like this. Usually it happens with losing somebody or going through a very bad physical or a mental stress. Even sometimes COVID. I don't know how many of you have gone through it, but if you've gone through COVID in a bad way where you thought you'd lost your life, it makes you a little spiritual. I see that shift in my little sister. She'd almost gone and then she came back and now she's a little more spiritual and she's a little more thankful, which she wasn't before. So I can see a shift in her as well. Sometimes knocks and shocks of life are created purposely. You have asked your soul journey to create them because you have changed your path and you have to be pushed back on the path of your soul journey. So the problems are coming. Now you have to rise above the problems. But if you go in a abyss, a dungeon, oh, I'm full of problems. Oh, my life's like this. I can't do it. My sister-in-law screwed up. My mother-in-law screwed up. Or my business partner did this. Or this person did this. Then you're still suffering. But the minute you change your focus from suffering into being that, okay, I am in the now and I will only create life for myself. No more pain, no more turbulence, no more nothing. I see myself happy, I see the others happy. And for this, that's the reason many spiritual masters say, fake it till you make it, which simply makes creatively visualize what you really wish to do. It could be as simple for a woman or a man to earn love and attention of their children, and they manifest that my children become my best friends, and they start, just feeling good about me, and I'm not just a parent who's like on the go and not even cared for. So it could be something as simple as that. If you've had too much, then you have the change. But why are we waiting for that too much to happen? If we've come on this journey without the knocks and shocks of life and we're realizing how wonderful it is, why can't we have a self auto-correction path now? Why can't we create a beautiful inner space now? Why can't we collectively find and harness our own inner power now? And why can't we leave the entire fact that, there are problems? Problems are not there. Problems are made by us. If we want, same life could be a blessed life from one perspective, and from another it could be, oh, a life of pity. Oh no, it's not working. What are you counting your blessings? What are you shifting? Where are you in your space right now? And that is something to dwell upon problems and upon life. And let's see how we are ready for it. In our 1 minute silence, let's just go for it. I hear the sound of silence because right now nothing exists. No emotional baggage, no mental baggage, no past, no future. The blissful now exists. And I know I'm the creator of my life. Wherever I want, I can turn it. I no longer believe in people saying, destiny hai to hoga. No, I create my own destiny because I know I'm a creator. But yes, I don't become conceited. I don't become arrogant. I don't put them down because that's my school of thought. All I do is prove to myself. I'm not here to prove to anyone. I'm here to believe in every single day, every moment, the way it is the last moment ever. I live life to my hilt and create my life the way I desire, with no filters attached. And so it is. Yes, let's create our life. Let's read the next paragraph.
If you have ever been in a life or death emergency situation, you will know that it wasn't a problem. The mind didn't have time to fool around and make it into a problem. In a true emergency, the mind stops. You become totally present in the now, and something infinitely more powerful takes over. This is why there are many reports of ordinary people suddenly becoming capable of incredibly courageous deeds. In any emergency, either you survive or you don't. Either way, it is not a problem.
Similarly, if I'm drowning in the ocean, I don't know how to swim. And the last thing is, I have to find my way, I have to swim it out. What will I do? Will I continue to drown or will I make an effort to swim? Now, that is when we are saying that life has brought you in a path which is extraordinary. Why? Because either you make it or you just kill it. So, what are you doing? Are you surviving, survival of the fittest? Or like you're just saying, okay, I'm not ready? Why do you think so many people are crossing over these days because of COVID? Why? Has anyone thought? Left, right, and center? I think all of us here who logged on the call have at least one or two or three people that we know who've passed away. They could be family, they could be friends, or they could be extended family and friends, but we know of that, right? Why are they crossing over? Because these souls haven't right now shifted their consciousness and they're on a low level. They haven't become subtle. So then it's time for them to leave because they're unable to embrace the shift. Why do you think there's so much of energy being talked about in this time? Because we're in the Dwapara Yuga, we are embracing ourselves, we're working on something which is beautiful. So either we make it or we don't. Now, it all depends upon us. Now, in something which is adversity, absolutely something which is, it's only you. When you, most of the times when people have been in the knocks and shocks of life, you just know there's no one else. You're the one. And the people who are looking for anchors are the ones who cross over fast because they're dependent. And how are we made? Completely independent. When we were born as this avatar of whoever we are right now sitting in, we were made whole and completely in a sense that we are independent. But what did we become? Dependent upon lifestyle, upon relationships, upon people. So people who live the life in family atmosphere, but yet are emotionally independent are the people who can make it big in life. I'm not saying we should become emotionless. Emotions are absolutely a jewel which we should bear them, but in the right place. Now, if your child isn't calling you up, oh, my child doesn't call me, oh, poor me, oh, then you're gone. And if you say, oh, my child knows that, she or he has my back, and they know that when to turn to mom or dad because they know I'm here. Now, that in itself is a beautiful gift to yourself. It's self worth and it's self esteem. Because do you call your parents every single day? If you do, fantastic, more power to you. But if you haven't been that ideal child that you're looking at your child, what are you complaining about? Start being in other people's shoes. That's when you become more compassionate. Rather than judging them, just walk in their shoes for some time and see where are they coming from. And if you'd like to be in the same shoes or would you want to change? Why do you think we often ask that who inspires you? And you come up with one or two people who really inspired you. Why? Because you want to walk in their shoes. And there are some people when they say, you don't want to be like this person. And then you'll realize that you don't want to be like this person, and his or her qualities are in you as well. You're shying away and you're running away from your own qualities, which you're seeing in that person you don't want to embrace, but you had those qualities. I can say I have them. I didn't want to be like dad when in some things, and I have those qualities of him. Of course, with time, it's all getting over because now I've embraced him in totality the way he is. I said, okay, that's the way he is, and this is the way he'll be. And then all of a sudden, those negative qualities that I had acquired unknowingly are just going layer by layer by layer because now I've embraced them. That is why they say embrace the present the way it is, because every moment is whole and complete. So either we are surviving or we are not. What is the solution? It's not a problem. Both are great. Even if people are crossing over, it's great. The journey's come to an over. They'll be born in a better time, maybe. It's fine. And people who are surviving and educating themselves and learning every day and evolving, oh, more power to you. Because now the good times are going to start. Because now you know the power of your subconscious mind. Now you know the power of now. And now you know that you're a spiritual being having a human experience. So you've, in a way, become a little spiritual. I'm not saying very spiritual. It's probably just the grassroots level. But yes, the minute you realize that I'm whole and complete and I create what I desire, you're pretty much spiritual. You're on the right path. And the minute you realize that there are some people who are emotionally challenging us, I have acquired them in my life because I had to learn a lesson. And every incident teaches me something. Every person teaches me something. Now that is when we have a sense of self, and that self is your higher self, because then you're truly in conjunction. So let's understand that we are all people in progress, and we have to keep pulling ourselves back on track, because it's very easy. Today we are studying. After a month, all of us will be in our own world. And then oh, I had those fantastic 4 months. I used to study every single morning, but you can't continue. And that's when the problem is. But what I'm trying to say is the problem is there if you want it to be. But if you decide that, okay, this 1 hour of my time in the morning is my meditation time, my reading time, you never falter. Please gift yourselves the confidence that you can do without being in any class. The idea is to become independent. The idea is to find your own potential. Of course, people who want to be here, there are so many people from Sangha 1 who've come here. Fine. If you want to be here, fine. If you don't want to be here, fine. But please understand, your credentials, your qualities is all upon you. What do you want to create? Do you want to survive or you don't? Now, that's one question you must think about. Yes, Karishma, let's read further.
Some people get angry when they hear me say that problems are illusions. I am threatening to take away their sense of who they are. They have invested much time in a false sense of self. For many years, they have unconsciously defined their whole identity in terms of their problems or their suffering. Who would they be without it? A great deal of what people say, think, or do is actually motivated by fear, which of course is always linked with having your focus on the future and being out of touch with the now. As there are no problems in the now, there is no fear either. Should a situation arise that you need to deal with now, your action will be clear and incisive if it arises out of present moment awareness. It is also more likely to be effective. It will not be a reaction coming from the past conditioning of your mind, but an intuitive response to the situation. In other instances, when the time-bound mind would have reacted, you will find it more effective to do nothing. Just stay centered in the now.
So how beautiful would that be that, oh, I'm protected, everything is going on beautiful, and I am in a beautiful time right now, and I am just fearless. I know I can create whatever I want. Now, future, and I'm in touch because yes, I'm in touch with the now. Now is when I'm creating whatever I desire with the fact, with the knowledge that this is what I'm creating. But whatever comes my way, Sarma Atipe, I love it the way it is. And the minute I start getting aware that, oh, I'm conscious now, I'm aware now, I'm in a high frequency now, and all the past baggages are all over because I'm not taking them further. You can compare yourself to a man who's got a backpack, a heavy backpack, and who's trying to do the summit, the Everest summit. The minute he releases some, he'll be able to walk better, he'll be able to leap further. And all of us in this lifespan of ours have so much of mental, emotional baggages on our back that you're not even able to stand straight. There are very few people who you'll find the postures like this when they're done. They're like really relaxed because that's how we feel. Oh, there's so much of emotional baggage. But the minute you clear yourself of this emotional baggage and you realize that the power of now is being centered in the now and love flows through me effortlessly and I'm a channel, voila, there comes the change, there comes a shift, and that's what you're looking at. Now, let's talk about this beautiful quantum leap in the evolution of consciousness. This is such an important paragraph for us to understand. The question raised to Eckhart Tolle was, I've had glimpses of the state of freedom from mind and time, and that you describe. But always a but, all right? But past and future are so overwhelmingly strong that I cannot keep them out for long. And that's what's happening. We are trying to be conscious, we're trying to be aware, but something is holding us back. Either the dreams of the future, which have given us restless, sleepless nights, or the past baggage, oh, I was wrong, or this didn't go my way. If it went your way, you will never even think about it twice. You won't even probably give a gratitude prayer. But if it's not gone right, it'll be always hounding. We both na saw acha and one bura equates because that one bura nullifies the saw acha. So that's how the human mind is. Now let's understand the answer that Eckhart answered for this beautiful question. Very profound and deep question.
The time bound mode of consciousness is deeply embedded in the human psyche. But what we are doing here is part of a profound transformation that is taking place in the collective consciousness of the planet and beyond. The awakening of consciousness from the dream of matter, form, and separation. The ending of time. We are breaking mind patterns that have dominated human life for eons. Mind patterns that have created unimaginable suffering on a vast scale. I am not using the word evil. It is more helpful to call it unconsciousness or insanity.
Now, for some people who are addicted to their work, multitasking, they're working on the laptop, they're getting a phone call, they're talking to people, they're messaging, and now that's what you've put yourself into a time trap. And that's human psyche because you don't know how to work on one thing at one time. But when does the transformation take place? When you realize that the entire world is coming to collective consciousness and earth is coming to a higher tangent. We are all awakening our inner self, and this could be done in any form. And it's me who's dividing the forms: dreams, matter, form, separation. It's me who's put these barriers. This is how it's going to be. Oh, the world will collapse. Let me make the most of it. पता ही नहीं कल होगा नहीं होगा. कोरोना का टाइम चल रहा है. मिलेंगे नहीं मिलेंगे. आज जो करना है कर लो. Because there's no sense of oneness. Because you're living in a fool's paradise. So high time to embrace a consciousness. Collectively, we are all raising our consciousness. That's why our therapies or our meditation or our, it's working because all our consciousness, whether you realize or not has elevated itself. I'm not saying that human life will not dominate us. I'm not saying we will be free of all problems. I'm not saying that. But there's been a shift in us. Our mind patterns have changed. And we're now trying to consciously finish off suffering because we just know it's not something to be worked on. And now we are embracing something that's beautiful. And let's understand that you and I am going through this beautiful shift very slowly, ever so gradually, every single morning. And we are just going on a higher trajectory. And here is where we are releasing ourselves of all the past emotional baggage. And that is when the true profound transformation will happen. There are some of you who've been into meditation for really long. And now maybe you haven't told me, or maybe you will tell me one day, or maybe it's not yet happened. But now your meditation is so much more deeper. You're able to have a conversation with your higher self because you have shifted. And if that's happening, it's beautiful. So very important to understand that we are, and like in the evenings, we're doing very simple books. Now they're just feel good, happy books, and we know we can create life and magics in our life. But these morning books that we are doing are giving us a very deep dive in our own selves. And this doesn't happen without integrity and commitment. People will keep seesawing in, oh, one day they're here, one day they're not here, and then they think they'll complete the session. It's not going to happen. You're doing a false thing of coming once in a while and they're just going. I'm not saying don't come once in a while. Come, at least something's better than nothing. But commitment is important. What are you dominating your thing about? So the next question asked is, this breaking up is of old mode of consciousness or rather unconsciousness? Is it something we have to do or will it happen anyways? I mean, is this change inevitable? What a deep question. Let's see the answer next page. Yes, please.
That's a question of perspective. The doing and the happening is, in fact, a single process. But because you are one with the totality of consciousness, you cannot separate the two. But there is no absolute guarantee that humans will make it. The process isn't inevitable or automatic. Your cooperation is an essential part of it, however you look at it. It is a quantum leap in the evolution of consciousness, as well as our only chance of survival as a race.
So again, many of us are coming in the morning and not doing anything. So what's happening? We're changing, but the change is not very evident. Why is it not evident? Because we're not totally conscious of where we are. And we are still okay, that's study time and this is natural life. And you know what? We are preconditioned by saying this only works while you're studying in a group or you're doing something with somebody. You can't do it on your own. If that's your conditioning, so be it. So your cooperation is the most essential part in this. If you are ready for the quantum leap and evolving your consciousness, taking it to the higher level, you have to be diligent. You have to be working on it. And if you're not doing that, then it's not going to work. And let me tell you one thing, meditation is really going to raise that consciousness. So please try and do some meditation someday. There are so many free meditations available on YouTube. I love this app called Insight Timer. It was suggested by Luke in one of his conversations. So I've paid up for that for a year. Beautiful meditations. Please invest your time, even if you have 20 minutes on the go and you're being driven by a chauffeur, rather than talking to somebody on the phone, try and invest that time into yourself. Just go on the airplane mode for like 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, no world shakes up. No staff will be like, nothing will change. But that 20 minutes of investment in your own time will give you abundant joy, a new zest, a new shift. You're going to inch more. So that's why I say it's very important to do our home assignments. Counting the blessings is something I know all of you are doing. Reflections, I know you're writing down whatever you think you are while the course is happening. But let me tell you something. Reflections in the mind are the most important. It's good to write them down so that you can read them sometime, but very few people really go back into reading. Those who are really at it do that. So all I'm saying is start investing time in yourself where you're writing your affirmations. Now that is a true shift which is happening because affirmations may just look essay, but they are the true joy givers because they are shifting our light, they're shifting our essence. Let's read the section on the joy of being.
To alert you that you have allowed yourself to be taken over by psychological time, you can use a simple criterion. Ask yourself, is there joy, ease, and lightness in what I am doing? If there isn't, then time is covering up the present moment, and life is perceived as a burden or a struggle. If there is no joy, ease, or lightness in what you are doing, it does not necessarily mean that you need to change what you are doing. It may be sufficient to change the how. How is always more important than what. See if you can give much more attention to the doing than to the result that you want to achieve through it. Give your fullest attention to whatever the moment presents. This implies that you also completely accept what is, because you cannot give your full attention to something and at the same time resist it. As soon as you honor the present moment, all unhappiness and struggle dissolve, and life begins to flow with joy and ease. When you act out of present moment awareness, whatever you do becomes imbued with a sense of quality, care, and love, even the most simple action.
It's very simple. People keep procrastinating. Kal se shuru karunga. Tomorrow I'll go on a diet. Or tomorrow I'll start waking up in the morning to meditate. Or tomorrow I'll start my manifestation. I'll do this tomorrow. Aaj to chalo ho gaya, late night ho gayi, we've done this. But the beauty is in embracing that moment as it is. Why wait? Why stall? Start now. It's not important how you're doing it. It's not important what you're doing. It's just important to pay attention to the moment that you're doing something. So as I say, one single step makes a difference. One single blessing a day makes a difference. If you're not used to writing blessings at all and you're writing one blessing a day, by the end of the journey, you have written one-to-one blessings. So what are you shirking away from? Suppose if somebody says, okay, today I've really eaten a lot, आज मैं और खा लेता हूँ, कल से डाइट करूंगा. So you're not realizing that आपने इतना खा लिया है और अब आप और खा रहे हो, overloading your body much more, you're abusing it much more. आपने खा लिया, great. But now you want to embrace and do it now, na? कि अब से for the next 4 hours I'm not eating. At least my body needs it needs a gap. So I'm not going to be intermittently eating all the time. I'm just going to give a proper gap and then I'm going to let my body heal. Or I'm going to start this work now. Even exercises. Okay, so I'm going to start now. Okay, 10 push-ups. Okay, 10 twists, 10 crunches, something rare. Or maybe a short gratitude walk in the factory or in my office or in my house. Why keep stalling? The minute you start enjoying the now, you will find it so joyful and you're being present in the moment. And that's when you honor that beautiful moment, everything just fades into nothingness. Because then you start flowing. Then you become like the mother river, where everything is just flowing beautifully. You're not struggling. Otherwise, you become like that little stuck up piece of cloth on this, maybe a branch which is stuck on just tender hooks and it's just going to flow away anytime you're resisting. And the fact that you've become dilapidated, you're completely broken and charred. But do you want to do that? No. So what do you want to do? Embrace the present moment awareness, the present moment consciousness. Okay, I am whole and complete now. I decide I'm going to do it now. And I will take it the day it comes, day by day, I will take it. I will not even give myself a month's goal, a year's goal. I will take it the day it comes and I will give my 200% to it. And I love myself, I care for myself, and I will do the best that I can do for my simple thing because I love in the joy of being. That's it. And then you'll find profound, beautiful moments of completion, of being with yourself. And that's a joy to feel and behold. And that's priceless. So I hope all of us find that joy. And let's just focus on what we read right now. Let's talk about the joy of being, how you and I can enjoy that joy of being by embracing something that we really, truly want. Let's close our eyes. I love the power of now. I'm going to make a conscious decision to stop procrastinating, to stop doubting myself, and just enjoy the moment of now. I'm going to try and just enjoy being right now because I believe that I am a human being and I'm supposed to be in the moment. And that's something that I've just realized. So, how about trying something of being in the now, something that I've never tried before? And so it is. All right. Thank you, Ritesh sir. Thank you, Karishma. Let's move on to our third book for the day, Magic Weight Loss Pill by Luke Cotino. And let's see what he's coming out with, what kind of khazana, treasures is he teaching us today through his beautiful short chapters, where our life, our physical body is also going through a change because we realize simple little lifestyle changes can give us a quality life. Very important for all of us to embrace that shift as well. So without your human body is so beautiful. Without this, we can't make a shift. If consciousness had to be raised on its own, it would not need a human body to manifest. So we are very important. And this beautiful body is being turned in, tuned in, going deeper with this beautiful, simple steps. And this chapter is very dear to my heart because Prashant is an avid believer. I've said this, I think, before as well. His corporate building is 5 blocks, 5 floors, and we live on the third floor as well. He never takes the lift, very rarely. No matter how much, he just takes the stairs. And it's such a beautiful feeling. Try it. Your knees open, everything works beautifully. Let's understand the science behind it. Karishma, over to you.
Climb stairs to burn that fat. I often notice that people can run a 5 kilometer race, but running up a couple of flights of stairs tires them out. They can squat heavy and lunge with weights, yet walking up a couple of flights seems like a whole other workout to them. Climbing stairs is one of the best exercises when it comes to pure fat burning, strengthening the lower body, toning the butt and calves, losing love handles and belly, and building great abs. Along with these are added benefits for your lungs and cardiovascular system. Here are some of the reasons I think you should make climbing stairs part of your lifestyle.
So before Luke says something further, for people who've not yet tried this beautiful exercise of climbing the stairs, at every footstep, you could start doing a gratitude walk, gratitude stair climbing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you breathe in correctly, breathe in, breathe out correctly, you will never even get tired. You'll find that rush of energy, even if you've taken 5 flights up. Why we get tired is because we're not breathing correctly. Remember, when you flow with your beautiful breath, everything is so effortless. Let's read the point by point. Yes, please.
It is free, and just about all of us can get access to a flight of stairs. It leverages gravity, so the heavier you are, the harder you're forced to work, and the more calories you'll burn.
So, a woman who's 50 kilos and a woman who's 90 kilos, the one who's 90 would have to put in more effort and she'll lose more calories than the one in 50. So, it's absolutely amazing. Yes, please.
It is a relatively intense exercise that quickly increases the heart rate and, in doing so, greatly improves your cardiovascular fitness. It helps strengthen and shape the most common problem areas, such as calves, thighs, buttocks, and tummy, as it engages every major muscle in your lower body. It is very efficient. It is a very efficient way of burning calories and is great for those of us with limited time to exercise. It can easily be combined with other exercises, such as walking, skipping, and weight training to maximize results. Stair climbing workouts are easy to build progression into. It can be done by almost anyone, regardless of the fitness level. Because it is weight bearing, it helps build bone strength. It is low impact and safe for the knees, provided the correct technique is used and a pre existing condition doesn't exist. Stair climbing engages your body's largest muscle groups to repeatedly lift your body weight up, step after step. Thus, using your muscles to carry your own weight up the stairs is better than running. Climbing stairs is a great way to amp up your core muscle strength. I believe exercise should be about quality rather than quantity. Too many people mentally put aside an hour for working out, and if they can't find that 1 hour, they just don't work out. You should aim for power workouts of 25 to 30 minutes, wherein you max out the reps, burn those muscles, and really get your heart rate up. For 35 to 40 minutes, you should include a substantial warm up and the extremely important cool down. You can burn more calories walking, running upstairs, steps in 30 minutes than in an hour-long run or walk. Plus, it challenges your body. Start off with a couple of flights. Walk and run slowly. As you get better, increase your speed and then slowly build up to taking 2 steps at a time. However, make sure you never run down the stairs. Be confident while running up. Take a break when needed. Whenever you have the choice of an elevator or the stairs, choose the stairs. Start doing this regularly, and soon you will be running up flights of stairs, feeling fitter, younger, stronger, and leaner.
So, say if we live in buildings and you have like you're probably on 8th floor, 10th floor, whatever, start with taking at least 2, 3 flights up and taking a lift maybe at the 3rd floor to go up to your 8th or 10th level. Start building your muscle of walk. And when you do that, you're going to be so much more healthier in your mind because the oxygen supply will be more beautiful. In your body, it will have toned up. And of course, that's why Luke is saying that, work on your 25, 30-minute workouts where you're maxing out. So that's why if you go to the gyms, they make you work on one core area per day. And they're more reps. Now take your time and do those reps because you're burning calories rather than speeding it, expediting it. Just ensure that you're doing it in the right way. and you will be definitely warming up. You will be extremely cooling down. Do not miss these things. Even if it takes 5 minutes of warm up, 5 minutes of cool down, it's important to do that. Don't think, okay, I don't have an hour, I can't do it. Even 20 minutes makes a difference. Just start doing it. And some people, you can just stand up and maybe take your walks there, maybe move your leg here and there. It's important to have the flexibility. It's important to understand that you are challenging your body out of a comfort zone. We did read about the Pomodoro effect with the 25 minutes, every 25 minutes, put an alarm for 5 minutes of some movement in your body, or every 15 minutes for 10 minutes. I don't know how many of us are taking it seriously, but if we do that, nothing like it. There's a science which says that, you walk 250 steps an hour is much better than just doing an hour of walk and then sitting for the next 23 hours or 20 hours or whatever. So yes, thank you, Sunita, for doing it. Very nice. Thank you so much. So I'm sure you're feeling a little better, fitter, maybe younger, maybe leaner. So I'm not sure how you're feeling, but thank you so much. Let's read the next chapter also, Ritesh sir. This is about some people, some of you would know about this as keto coffee. Now let's understand what happens if you drink your coffee, you add coconut oil to it, and it makes a natural fat burner. So, of course, those who are not into coffee, there's no need for you to embrace coffee because it is not so great for body. But what Luke is saying is, if you're having coffee, if you can add little raw pressed virgin coconut oil to it, it's going to be having great, amazing benefits because you will be losing weight any which there's something called ketosis happening in your body, and automatically you will be losing fat like so fast. That's why when people go on keto diets, this is something which they really thrive on, the keto coffees. Let's read about it.
I love my morning coffee like millions of you out there. I also love raw pressed virgin coconut oil for its amazing health benefits. When you add a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil to your coffee, you convert this simple beverage into a fat burning elixir. Coconut oil contains medium chain fatty acids, MCFAs, that boost the body's metabolism and stimulate effective fat burn. Caffeine mixes with these MCFAs will stimulate your metabolism and fat burn. Also, replace the white sugar with brown or coconut sugar. I find that it makes for an excellent pre workout drink. It will give you all the energy you need to work out to maximum capacity. Remember, though, that coffee is a diuretic. So, for every mug you drink 2 mugs of water.
So you see what works for you. If you're a coffee person, you want to try this, it's fantastic. If not, do not. And for people who are having coffee, please be sure about hydrating yourselves well enough. So thank you so much, Karishma, for the 3 books that you read. Thank you, Ritesh sir. We now move on to our heart thoughts. Can I have a volunteer, please? Chandra, it's good to see you back once in a while. Good that you haven't gone completely off. So yesterday was about oneness. Yesterday was about being connected to life. And today is about opening to the new. So we, anyways, every single morning are opening to the new, and that is happening. So the affirmation for today is I open new doors to life. Our spiritual growth often comes to us in ways that we don't quite expect. So none of us will really expect that, oh, we get knocks and shocks of life or something is there. Sometimes when you're, I mean, I don't, every soul is pure, but sometimes when your soul's not had knocks and shocks of life, when you come into spiritual growth, count your stars, count your blessings, because it's really beautiful. But if you've gone through something and you come here, that's how it is. And that's why spiritually you're more tuned in and you can grow much faster. That's also if you're committed. If you're losing a commitment, it's going to keep coming and going. So I open new doors to life. Parul, please read for us.
I open new doors to life. You're standing in the corridor of life, and behind you, so many doors have closed. Things you no longer do, or say, or think. Experience experiences you no longer have. Ahead of you is a continuous corridor of doors, each one opening to a new experience. So you move away from the past. As you move forward, you yourself opening sorry, I'm actually not moving past, so it's just moving. So, so you you move away from the past as you move forward. See yourself opening various doors on the wonderful experiences which you would like to have. Just that your inner guide is leading, guiding, guiding you
Parul,
in
your
the
voice is
ways.
fading, darling. It's coming and going because you're on the move. So let me complete this chapter. Because it's just becoming not very clear. Thank you so much. So I open your doors to life. You're standing in the corridor of life, and behind you, so many doors have closed. Things you no longer do or say or think, experiences you no longer have. Ahead of you is a continuous corridor of doors, each one opening to a new experience. So you move away from the past, you move forward, see yourself opening these various doors on wonderful experiences which you would like to have. Trust that your inner guide is leading you and guiding you in ways that are best for you, and that your spiritual growth is continuously expanding. No matter which door opens or which door closes, you're always safe. You are eternal. See yourself opening doors to joy, peace, healing, prosperity, and love. Doors to understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. Doors to freedom. Doors to self worth and self esteem. Doors to self love. It is all here before you. Which door will you open first? Remember, you are safe. It is only change. So, those of us who are embracing this beautiful new journey of ours are very happy with every experience because we know we have invited the experience, and we know that every door is opening, every rich situation is happening because we have invited it, and spiritually we're growing, and we're growing in love. Love for ourselves, love for people around, love for planet Earth, love for people. It doesn't matter that it has to be a loved one, okay? And the minute you do that, you're going to be just radiating in compassion and forgiveness for yourself, for others also. And that is one place where you will find that eternal joy, that freedom. And that is absolutely beautiful. So, very important that we understand this and we keep progressing in our life by being grateful and by embracing every single thing that's coming in our way because we know we are moving upwards spiritually. How wonderful. Thank you, Ritesh sir. Thank you, Parul. Thank you, Karishma. Let's now go for a short meditation. Any particular thing you want to meditate on? If yes, and Ritesh sir, you haven't yet made Nitin sir the co-host, or, or Prashant. Why Nitin is not here? Okay, Nitin is not able to record. So, sir, you can make Prashant the co-host, please. He can record for all of us. Okay, let's have some nice music. Our eyes closed, our back straight, our feet firmly placed on the ground below. Wear a soft smile and your hands are in a comfortable resting position. Let's inhale love and feel the love filling every single cell of your being. So much of love in you. And let's exhale love by sharing with whoever comes our way. It doesn't have to be somebody we know. Love is all that we're flowing in. Inhale light. Feel the light flooding in your body, washing away all bits which had darkness. And now you're ready to share your light with the world because you are the channel. Let's inhale consciousness. I am aware that I'm neither the mind nor the body. And as I release my consciousness, exhale it, I know I am conscious, I am aware. I've come here in this life, in this avatar, to do something unique. And I am a believer that I am in a spiritual journey. Life is about going inwards. Life is meant to be lived with spirituality. Life has a uniqueness. Let's embrace the iconic uniqueness of us, of our being. Let's feel the love and light when we do something. If it's not giving us happiness, let's embrace that moment in its perfection and yet manifest for something that we really believe in. Ask yourselves the question, am I on the right path or do I need a shift? Our higher self will guide us, inspire us by giving us new ideas. And all we have to do is tune inwards, inwards, and inwards. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And as we evolve in this human avatar of ours, we're learning to become more conscious, more aware that life is magnificent, that life is abundant, life is a blessing. And why have we been harping on all the negativity so far? Unknowingly, unconsciously, why have we been expanding the negative circle? Let's embrace the goodness in us. Each one of us is blessed with a lot of goodness. Let's embrace that goodness and let it unfold magically. Let us now believe that we are a whole and complete person. We don't get angry because there's nothing to get angry about. When every moment is perfect, why do I have expectations from others or myself? I'm like the riverbed, which observes the river flowing. So let me observe myself as flowing. Let me be the watcher, the listener, the observer. And then let me be the water that flows. Because life is meant to flow. I've stopped thinking so much. I just know it's not required. I'm going inwards. But I know everything is magical. What's there to think so much? You feel like doing it, just do it. Why plan so much? Why have this feeling of less money? Why have this feeling of not so good relationships? Do I now analyze that I am the creator of these? If I have created something which is not beautiful, I can undo it and create something which is beautiful. Because I am power, I am life, I am abundance, I am love, I am light, and I shine bright, bright here, bright now. I don't keep waiting to shine my light. Every moment is perfect. So I keep doing that with myself, knowing I'm on the right trajectory. And so it is. Dear Mother Earth, as I bow down to you in gratitude, today I wish to acquire three virtues: commitment, focus, and clarity. Let me be committed for the cause, for the focus that I am now focusing on a goal. Let me be crystal clear, clarity of mind. Let me heal myself holistically. Let my mind, my body, my soul evolve. Let my spirituality, my physicality, my emotionality, let it all grow abundantly. Let me be endured in love and light. Let me always find the right purpose ahead and allow me to go deeper as I listen to myself, my higher self. Thank you for these beautiful 3 jewels, precious gems that you've given me. I'm going to really work on them, hone them, shine them. Let's open our hands towards the universe. Dear universe, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm blessed to be a part of you. Dear cosmos, thank you for including me in your Leela. Divinities, thank you for blessing me with the choicest of blessings. Angels and guardians, for always ensuring me that you are around, hovering over us, keeping us safe and sound. To all the teachers, transcendent masters, in this plane or the other, in this dimension or the other, in this realm or the other, who've taught me in the past lives or now, I bow down to each one of you in gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Expand our angel heart. I am love. I am light. I am open and receptive to all the love and abundance in all the universes. I grow abundantly every day. I'm a yes person for goodness. I am a channel. So it is. Let's fold our hands in gratitude. Rub them together. Feel the warmth. Bless your conscious, subconscious, your face, your neck, your upper back, middle back, lower back, hips, chest, lungs, heart, liver, stomach, gallbladder, kidney, uterus, intestines, sexual organs, excretory organs, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, soles of your feet. Thumb back up, hands folded in front of your heart. Let's thank our wonderful body for being in harmony, for being in unison, for working at its optimum best to all the functioning. And let's thank the energy that flows in us and share our energy, our love, our light, healing blessings, and wishes of abundance with our loved ones, our Sangha, and all beings on Mother Earth. Let's share our light. Love, light, and blessings, Sanya, Karishma, Ritu, Prachi, Parul, Rigu, Naveen, Ankur, Pinaji, Shubhra, Rima, Vandana, Siddharth, Pratimaji, Kavita, Shelly, Radniji, Shilpa, Seema, Badri, Nitin, Nehal, Prashant, Akshay, Mudita, Ankita, Neetu, Bhuvan, Anchal, Anika, Meenakshi, Monica, Shami, Ankur, Ravi, Raviji, Rohiniji, Puneet, Kripa, Sakshi Mathur, Shivangi, Nisha, Asmeet, Disha, Rashi, Harpreet, Sakshi, Sunita, Shivani, Radhika, Radhika Budhia, Chandra, Reena, Jitendra Ji, Archana, Nikita, Poonam, Monish, Usha Ji, Shalu, Hina, Mehek, 1 1 for Life, Nitin, Richa, Ritesh Sir, Amrita Ma'am, Sanjay Sir, and Shweta. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So I thank you all once again for joining in, logging in, and trying to make a difference in your life. It's nice to see that, yes, few shifts are happening, and more power to each one of you who's looking at that shift. It's time to embrace something beautiful. So, of course, we've been going at a great speed, and we don't have curriculum left for more than 15 days, wherein we should be able to finish all our books. So, if somebody wants to read some particular book, please let us know. You can let us know through your that list or directly PM me. I am looking at introducing one more book in the session because we do have time left. So, if there's something that you want to read, please go ahead and tell yourselves. Maybe there's something which I haven't read as well. We can read that together. Why not? So that'll be like anyways addition. So if something is in your mind, do let me know. Of course, not a very big book, but something which is easy and something which is nice. So looking forward to some suggestions. I have a lot, of course, planned, but I would love to hear. So if something plans up, overlaps, or it'll be nicer to choose that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love, light, and abundance. Take care, stay safe. See you tomorrow morning. Alifia, you can message me.